I want to talk about King K Rool. Super Smash Bros. Is a violent storm, a searing desert, a certified Japanese fish market of saltiness. The players range from overwhelmingly passionate to ingloriously cancerous, and across decades of competition, Super Smash Bros. Has raised some of the strongest players in fighting game history. And whether you're playing against Scumlord Von Stankdick or Ivan the Saint, you will get smacked. You'll get spiked, you'll get back thrown, Moth will do that thing where he sticks his long fucking dick through your entire body. But you've got to learn. This is what makes up the game. If you're going to get better, you're going to get your ass played like a pair of bongos. That's how it works. So with a GameCube controller in your palms and a steadfast heart in your chest, even if you lose, you just have to keep going if you want to get better. I truly believe this. But Christ on a bike. Fuck this crocodile, man. Have you ever seen an overweight crocodile? This man is so mean. Let me talk about a couple of things. Here's a picture with me and two of my favourite people in the entire world, Carl and Kanchi, the Brown Boys. And this photo is where we're actually playing Smash Brothers. We're sitting on a sofa playing video games together. Carl plays this guy, and Kanchi plays this guy, Richter Belmont and Duck Hunt Duo. Two characters that when looked at on face value would be extremely annoying to play against, with their toolkits both containing 3 projectiles each. And for this reason alone, I'd be inclined to call these characters and the people that play them cunt knuckles. However, they both have weaknesses that I understand. Richter has pretty bad recovery and a lot of wind up and wind down on his moves, which gives me room to punish, and Duck Hunt is relatively low damage and low knockback, and his smash attacks take a while to get out, so they're easy to get around. I also play a lot of Mewtwo, who can reflect projectiles right back at the enemy, so they're annoying to deal with, but I'm not without options. King K Rool, on the other hand, makes me feel like a tiny little baby. He's a heavy character with quick frame data on a lot of his moves, he has amazing recovery, he has multiple projectiles that chain into each other, and the worst thing of all, super armor. For those of you who don't know, super armor is a term used to describe a character mechanic in fighting games, where for a period of time, a character is unable to be interrupted during certain inputs or attacks for either a period of time or a number of damage incidences. This is often done for special attacks, heavy attacks with long telegraph times, or on characters whose hulking size, thick armor, or high pain tolerance would thematically mean that they generally shrug off damage. Ganondorf has super armor on, like, 1 move. Ken and Ryu have super armor on 1 move. King K Rool has it on, like 10. This means that, God forbid, you should get around a number of his ranged attacks. Even if you can successfully land a hit on him, you can be punished for that. See, most attacks with super armor have this super long telegraph. Have you ever seen a Warlock punch? If someone tried this in real life, you would ask them what is taking them so long. You would question if they were joking. In the game, however, it gives you adequate time to react. King K Rool does not do this. His super armored moves can happen in fractions of seconds, making them way more deadly than the super armored moves of other characters. Countering does exist in the game, which can take stocks just as quickly and as scathingly as King K Rool's moves, but they're far more risky. When K Rool does a move with armor, he renders a certain area unapproachable. He's still doing an attack whether or not you hit him, which means somewhere you are at risk of being hit. But when you misjudge a counter, no area is actually being attacked, and your attempt will always be left with an intentional punishment window. It's much easier to punish a failed counter than it is to punish any of King K Rool's moves with armor. They've tried to balance this with a mechanic where his stomach will break if it takes too much damage, but this only really applies to harder hitting characters since it's damage based rather than incidence based. Long story short, King K Rool has this incredible toolkit available to him. The only real drawback that I found about playing him is that he's large, so certain attacks will hit him much easier, but other than that, he's so strong. And also, the fact that he's a crocodile means that you can call out people who play him for being furries, so I guess he's got that going against him, but other than that, King K Rool mains, you are officially on my shit list until I can find an adequate way to counter him. Peace. What is up, you ugly bitch?
What's up, you big fat bastard?
What is up, you thick-lipped waste man?
What's up, you big bounty couldn't use an ounce of melanin if you paid somebody looking bastard?
Did you say couldn't use an ounce of melanin?
Yes.
Oh, are you calling me a white boy now?
I'm calling you pasty mayonnaise.